Hi, I'm Jeremy Tesh with EFI. I'm going to talk to you about the layout tools available in FireXF. FireXF has a comprehensive set of layout tools built in. Having layout tools built in means you don't have to step outside the Fiery workflow to prepare jobs for print, which can save valuable time. Preparing jobs within FireXF also brings consistency to job prep, where multiple applications might be involved in job creation. The layout functions that can be performed within FireXF range from basic scaling of jobs to advanced controls such as step and repeat tiling, and one of my favorite, nesting. And then we'll show you how all this integrates with cutting and barcode creation. So let's take a look at what this looks like in FireXF. The massive amount of space available in large format printing is what makes it such a flexible and useful print medium. That's why layout options are a core part of Fiery's feature set. So it gives you these built-in and position tools to do that layout right at your fingertips. Next up are a series of layout tools surrounding the concept of tiling. And this is where you take a large project and divide it into smaller pieces. So tiling is typically used when your end project is much larger than your printable area, something like a wall graphic or wall covering. Another use case would be where the physical installation location dictates a certain tile size based on restriction, maybe window panes or floor tiles with hard boundaries. So in that case, the project does fit on our printer, but we need to divide it for other reasons. So Fiery makes this easy to do right here in your workflow. With an integrated tool, it's very visual, and you don't have to go outside the workflow to use it. So let me show you just a couple examples. This first one is a graphic intended to be a wall covering for a 20-foot wall. And with a 64-inch printer, it's clear I need to divide this up into several sections. So if I turn on tiling, I get standard tiling. And because Fiery knows the underlying capabilities of the printer, it divides this up into 4 tiles. So if I know this is going to take 4 tiles, another way I could do this is I can make a quick modification to do this 4 by 1. And now, instead of 3 equal and 1 left over, I have 4 equally sized tiles of 60 inches. And it's very visual, so I can see exactly what's going to happen. In fact, the boundary between tile 3 and 4 interferes with this text or this type. So I can very easily grab this boundary and adjust it so it slices right in between these letters. And you'll notice I have complete control over making these just about any size. But as soon as I drag a tile that's larger than roughly 64 inches, a 5th tile is created to compensate because it knows all about the underlying printer capability. There are a few other areas on this image that would be difficult to create a perfect alignment during installation. The horizontal lines on these buildings could be a challenge, so I'm going to make sure the tile boundaries don't fall in those either. And I can see working with this, it's probably best to use 5 tiles. And that also gives me the flexibility to have a little buffer to make this all happen. So now we have the tile boundaries exactly where I want them. And once I'm happy with this job, I can click split and 5 individual files will then be sent to my printer. Another example is this file. This happens to be a 60-inch job, so it does fit on my printer. But in this job, I need to divide the tiles into 10 inches by 10 inches and make a few other adjustments for my application. So we can do that with custom tiling and just specify 10 by 10. And very quickly, we have a grid of tiles. Now, if I have a door or a feature on this building where I need one larger tile, I can select multiples and merge that. Or I can take another tile and split that into its own grid of 2 by 2. I'm going to finish this job off with some overlap and glue area. And now, because this is a complex configuration, we can use the tiling preview to help the installation. So here we can see the overall configuration and then the individual tiles and how they relate to one another, including overlap, glue area, and alignment marks. So very useful, and then this can be saved as a PDF or printed. To summarize, these are easy to use, built-in tools that really do bring consistency and efficiency to print rooms.